Hello and welcome to the first ever Basil Woods parent webinar. A warm welcome to all the mommies and daddies tuned in. Thank you for joining us and great to have you all on board today. I'm Shweta, a preschool teacher and mom of two, and today I'm going to take you through my top 5 back to school tips for all the moms and dads out there so that you and your preschooler are ready to start the academic year with a bang. If you have questions or your own experiences, maybe tips of your own that you'd like to share, then do write in, put your comments in the comment box, and we would love to hear from you. So let's get started. Now, I know it's been a long and a lazy summer break, and everyone at home has gotten used to staying up late and waking up late. But June is here. So it means that it's time to get set and get ready to get back to school. So as the D Day comes close, maybe some of you are dreading it, maybe some of you are worried, maybe some of you are excited. And as for the little kiddos, well, I'm sure they're excited to go back to school with their brand new uniforms and water bottles and their cool new bags. Maybe some of the little ones out there are a little worried about what their new teacher is going to be like or about having to make new friends all over again. So, on the other hand, you as a parent, I'm sure, would like to get as organized and get everything into place so that your little one is ready and is healthy, happy, and emotionally ready to go back to school on the first day. So never fear, when we're here, we've got you covered with our 5 handy tips to help you and your child get back to school mode. So, what's number one on the list? Get into a school routine in advance. Now, this means getting your child used to getting up at a certain time every morning and going to bed at a certain time every day. Now, summer holidays, of course, meant waking up late, maybe taking afternoon naps, and staying up late. But once school starts, those little bodies need to get adjusted to school hours. And not getting enough sleep can make children cranky and tired. So, how do we help our little kids get to bed early? Well, one thing you can do is to slowly start cutting down on afternoon nap times and make sure your child is getting lots of activity throughout the day so that by bedtime, your little one is automatically tired and ready to go to sleep. Remember to avoid television and electronic gadgets of any kind before bedtime because studies continue to show that viewing electronics before bedtime can actually disturb and disrupt sleep, and it even causes fatigue the next day. Now, if your preschooler is a little older, here's one thing that you could try to get rid of those morning blues. Try making a simple checklist, which you can have put up on your fridge. Now, the checklist can have columns for each part of the morning routine, like getting up on time, brushing, taking a bath, getting dressed, and so on. And as and when your child completes each task, let him or her put a tick against that item on the checklist. Now, this is a great way to keep kids motivated. It gives them a great sense of accomplishment, and you're going to beat those morning blues right away. So you've got your child all set to get into the school routine, but what about you? It's not just kids, but it's even moms who need to get into school routines, right? So, number 2 on the list is getting yourself organized. Now, you'll have to plan to make quick and easy and healthy breakfasts and a snack or a lunch if your child takes home cooked food to school. So make sure you stock up on groceries, lots of fruits and veggies and healthy snacks in advance. Now, if you're one of those lucky ones where your child is going to a school that already provides school snacks and lunches, then I guess you can get off this one and maybe catch those extra 40 winks. So you're lucky. But for the rest of us, yeah. In either case, another thing you could try is to help yourself get organized and to save all your last minute hassles is to make a breakfast timetable for the entire week. So this way, you're ready for the week. You're not getting up and then saying, oh my God, what do I make for breakfast? And I don't have the ingredients. So make a breakfast timetable for the week. Another idea which really works is to prep ingredients and organize them in one part of your fridge the previous night. This way, in the morning, you're ready to whip up breakfasts and lunch boxes and snack boxes in a jiffy. To avoid morning mayhem and madness, we also suggest that you get your little one to pitch in. And why not? Let your child keep his or her snack box and bottle ready on the kitchen counter the previous night. Pack the school bag, lay out the clothes, the shoes, the school uniform. Keep everything ready. And this way, you're involving your child, you're building independence, and most importantly, for all the moms out there, you're taking the load off your own shoulders. This is also the right time to look for a daycare if you're a working mother. And if it's not a daycare, then you probably want to look for a babysitter or a nanny who's going to keep a watch after school hours. Now, if it's a daycare, then they probably already have activities planned to keep your little one engaged. So find out what they do in the daycare. And if you have a babysitter or a nanny, then it's a good idea for you to create an after school schedule. It should allow for snack, relaxation, playtime, and a little study time. And you could also look out and check out some after school hobby classes or other activities that your child will want to be engaged in so that you get back home to a happy and a healthy child. Which brings us to number three on the list. So you've got your child schedule going and you've got yourself organized. What about buying school supplies? Well, first of all, make sure that you shop for the school bag, the water bottle, the snack box, uniform, books, stationery, the whole list. Everything well in advance so that you avoid last minute running around and hassles. And before you go out shopping for supplies, make sure you've made an inventory of last year's supplies. Now, this will save you on unwanted expenses and all that clutter at home. Now, there's lots of fun and fancy school supplies out there which you can pick up. But remember, you need to check with the school about what your child actually needs. Most schools have a stationery list for your reference, so make sure you pick that up. And the stationery list will actually specify not just the kind, but probably even the brand of stationery. Some schools, in fact, are particular about what items not to bring to school. So your preschooler might not need that cool superhero pencil box just yet. Which brings me to the all important school bag. Now, while choosing a school bag, be sure to check with the school about whether they're going to be sending back homework books or folders, assignments, worksheets. So, this means that you swap that cute little kitty cat bag for a bag that's actually spacious and sturdy, and a bag that's going to hold your child's snack box, water bottle, and books and folders, etc. Now, involve your child in the shopping. This is sure to get them excited about going back to school. And once you've got all your basic supplies, It's okay to splurge a little bit and probably get your child that cool notebook or that fancy pencil because these simple pleasures make going back to school all that more exciting and fun for your kid. What's number four on the list? Well, this is the tricky part. After a long and lazy summer, it's time to shift your preschooler's brain back to scholar mode. Now, this means cutting down on TV and gadget time. It also means that you could actually start brushing up on reading, writing, and number skills. Now, we don't mean that you have to do a sudden and a forced recap just a week before because some children actually get very anxious when they realize that they've forgotten things that they learned last year. So, you'd rather build confidence by doing certain other activities. Maybe read storybooks together. Of course, we do recommend that you read books to your child throughout the school year. But reading a fun storybook together, maybe going through some flashcards, doing some puzzles together, or if your preschooler is a tiny little tot and he's not started writing yet, then you could color together, do coloring worksheets, have a fun number letter recognition game. So, activities like this will really get your child in the mood for school. And another thing you could do before school starts is designate a specific area for homework and make sure to remove distractions like TV and gadgets from that area so that your child is mentally prepared for the academic year ahead. So, what's the last tip on the list? We've got your child schedule organized for school, you've got yourself organized, you've got your school supplies, and yeah, it's time to get ready for the tough part. It's time to prepare for those back to school emotions. Now, remember that it's normal for children to feel a little anxious about going back to school. So, to ease those butterflies and those little tummies, remind them that school is a great and a fun place to be in, and they're going to learn lots of new things once they're back in school. And create excitement by talking about the brand new uniform and this new school bag and the cool stationery and all the fun stuff they're going to take with them on the first day. Another great thing to do, which as a parent you shouldn't be missing out on, is taking your child to the school orientation day. Now, this is the time you can introduce your child to their new classroom and the new teacher and take them on a school tour, let them see the colorful and the fun playground and the sand pit. And this way, it's definitely going to ease those first day blues and worries. And if you are unable to take them to the orientation program, remind your child that there are lots and lots of other kids who are also going to be uneasy on the first day of school. And he or she is not the only one. And that the teachers will make an extra effort to make sure everyone feels comfortable. And if your child still feels nervous, then ask them what's really bothering them and help them to problem solve. If it's your child's first time in school, it can be tough, but again, taking them on a school tour beforehand is a definite yes. Why not share stories from when you were in school? So tell them funny stories about when you were little and how scared you were on the first day of school and how everything fell into place later. And these things will definitely put your child at ease. Also, talk about what to expect on the first day of school and answer any questions that your child might have about school. Why not even read a book about school together? Let your child make friends with another child in the neighborhood who's in the same class or the same school or who probably takes the school bus along with your child because believe me, making friends makes settling down into a new school or into a new class a whole lot easier. So, of course, it goes without saying that you need to accompany your child on the first day of school, whether you're driving your child there or you're walking there. So get there a little early to cut down on the unnecessary stress and beat the traffic. And make sure you're there on time to pick them up. And oh, yes, most importantly, relax and breathe. And don't forget to enjoy the process of watching your child settling down in school. And you might actually be surprised at how fast they settle down sometimes. So, here's wishing you and your little one a fun and a fruitful year at school. Hope you found these tips useful. And do give us a thumbs up if you did. I'd also like to remind all the parents out there that this Saturday, June 2nd, is the Basil Woods Green Carnival. We are celebrating World Environment Day the Basil Woods way. So, this is happening at three of our preschools, and you can enjoy green shopping, munch on wholesome goodies, and there's lots of fun activities for you and your child on that day, on this Saturday at the Green Carnival. So we hope to see you there. And for more details, do log into our website. Thank you for watching and write in with any queries that you may have on today's topic of discussion. So goodbye and see you all next week. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and like our page. I know you've heard that before, but oh well.